Once upon a time, in a quiet village, lived two brothers. When their parents passed away, it was time to divide the inheritance. The older brother, being greedy, took everything for himself: the house, the rice fields, and all the money. All he left his younger brother was a small, neglected plot of land at the very end of the garden, which had a single starfruit tree. The younger brother and his wife didn't complain. They were kind and hardworking people. They built a small hut on their land and tended to the starfruit tree with great care. Every day they would water it, clear the weeds, and protect it from pests. Their hard work paid off. That year, the tree was laden with more fruit than ever before. Clusters of ripe, juicy starfruit hanging from every branch. The couple was overjoyed, thinking they could sell the fruit at the market to make a living. But one morning, as the sun rose, a giant eagle swooped down from the sky and landed on the tree. It began to eat the ripe fruit, one by one. The younger brother watched, his heart sinking with each fruit the bird devoured. This tree was their only hope. Feeling desperate, he called out to the eagle, "Oh, respected eagle, my wife and I have nothing else. This starfruit tree is all we have to live on. If you eat all the fruit, we will have nothing left." To his complete astonishment, the eagle stopped eating and turned to him. In a deep voice, it replied, "Don't worry. For every fruit I eat, I will pay you back in gold. Go and sow a bag 3 spans wide, and I will take you to get your payment." The younger brother couldn't believe his ears. A talking eagle? A promise of gold? It sounded like a dream, but he decided to trust the magnificent bird. He and his wife immediately got to work, sewing a sturdy bag exactly 3 spans wide, just as the eagle had instructed. The very next day, the eagle returned. It landed gracefully in the yard and said, "The bag is ready, I see. Now, climb onto my back and hold on tight." The younger brother, a little nervous but also filled with excitement, did as he was told. He held the bag firmly and climbed onto the eagle's strong back. With a powerful flap of its wings, the eagle soared into the sky. They flew for what felt like hours over mountains, forests, and the vast, sparkling sea. Finally, they arrived at a remote island. The younger brother gasped. The island glittered under the sun. It was a treasure island covered in gold, silver, diamonds, and all kinds of precious gems. The ground shimmered with wealth beyond his wildest imagination. The eagle landed and said, "You may fill your bag, but remember, only what fits inside." Mindful of the eagle's words, the younger brother filled his 3-span bag with gold and jewels. It was heavy, but manageable. He thanked the eagle, climbed back on, and they began their journey home. When they returned, the younger brother and his wife were no longer poor. They used the gold to build a beautiful new house, help their neighbors, and give generously to the poor in their village. They became respected and loved by everyone for their kindness. News of the younger brother's sudden wealth quickly reached the older brother. Consumed by curiosity and jealousy, he rushed over to his brother's new home. "How did you, who had nothing, become so rich overnight?" he demanded. The younger brother, being honest and kind-hearted, didn't hide anything. He told his older brother the entire story about the starfruit tree, the giant eagle, and the treasure island. As the older brother listened, his eyes widened with greed. An evil plan began to form in his mind. "My dear brother," he said, feigning sincerity, "you are so wealthy now. That little starfruit tree is useless to you. Let's trade. I will give you my entire fortune, the house, the fields, everything, in exchange for that single tree." The kind younger brother, seeing his older brother's eagerness and wanting to maintain peace in the family, agreed to the trade. So, the older brother and his wife moved into the small hut next to the starfruit tree. They abandoned all their other responsibilities and spent every single day and night watching the tree, impatiently waiting for the eagle to appear. After many days, Their wait was over. The giant eagle returned and began to eat the starfruit. The older brother immediately put on a show, pretending to cry and wail loudly. "Oh, poor me! This tree is all I have. What will I do if you eat all my fruit?" The eagle, just as before, replied, "For every fruit I eat, I will pay you in gold. Go and sew a bag, and I will take you to get it." The greedy older brother's heart leaped with joy. Rushing home, he ordered his wife, "Forget a 3-span bag. That's for fools. Sew me a bag 12 spans wide. We will be richer than anyone in the world." His wife, just as greedy, quickly sewed an enormous sack. The next morning, the eagle arrived as promised. The older brother, dragging the gigantic bag, eagerly climbed onto its back. The eagle struggled to take off. The man and his empty bag were already quite heavy. After a long flight, they finally reached the treasure island. The older brother's eyes nearly popped out of his head. Gold and jewels were everywhere. He completely forgot the eagle's warning and his own safety. He greedily stuffed his 12-span bag until it was overflowing. He packed it so tightly that it was almost impossible to close. But that wasn't enough for him. He stuffed gold into his pockets, his shirt, and even down his pants. He then struggled to drag the impossibly heavy load back to the eagle. The poor bird strained under the immense weight. It had to flap its wings 3 times with all its might just to lift off the ground. They flew slowly and unsteadily over the ocean. The sky began to darken, and a storm rolled in. Strong winds howled and rocked them violently. The load was far too heavy. The eagle struggled to keep its balance, but the wind was too powerful. With a sudden violent gust, the eagle was forced to tilt its wings. The massive, heavy bag of gold, along with the greedy older brother, slipped off the eagle's back and plunged into the stormy waves below. The weight of the gold pulled him down into the deep, dark sea instantly. And so, the older brother's insatiable greed led to his own tragic end. The younger brother, meanwhile, continued to live a happy and peaceful life, always remembering that true wealth comes not from gold, but from a kind and generous heart.